ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਗੈਸਟ ਹੈਗੇ ਸ਼ੀ ਇਜ਼ ਐਨ ਆਰਟਿਸਟ।
ਅਕਾਲ ਚੈਨਲ ਨੂੰ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰੋ। ਨਵੀਂ ਵੀਡੀਓਜ਼ ਦੀ ਨੋਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਬੈਲ ਆਈਕਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਾ ਭੁੱਲਣਾ।
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਲੇਟ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਗੈਸਟ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਮੇਰੇ ਗੈਸਟ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਹਰ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ। ਬੜੀ ਦਫਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਦਾ ਗੈਸਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਜਾਂ ਗੈਸਟ ਉਹਦਾ ਲਿਆਈਦਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ। ਯੂ ਨੋ ਦ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਆਮ ਸੇਇੰਗ ਦਿਸ, ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਮੇਰਾ ਗੈਸਟ ਹੈਗਾ ਨਾ, some professions ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਅਸੀਂ ਯੰਗ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਬਣੀ, ਤੂੰ ਇਹ ਬਣੀ, ਤੂੰ ਉਹ ਬਣੀ, ਯੂ ਨੋ ਹਾਈ ਕਲਾਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨਸ ਵਗੈਰਾ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅੱਜ ਮੇਰੇ ਗੈਸਟ ਹੈਗੇ ਸ਼ੀ ਇਜ਼ ਐਨ ਆਰਟਿਸਟ। ਸਾਡੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਆਪਣੀ ਨਾ ਖਾਬ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਆਰਟਿਸਟ ਬਣਾਵੇ। ਮੈਂ ਉਮੀਦ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੈਸਟ ਦੀ ਅੱਜ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਸੁਣੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਹਾਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਾਈਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗਾ। ਯੂ ਕੈਨ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਮੇਕ ਯੂ ਲਿਵਿੰਗ ਆਊਟ ਆਫ ਦਿਸ। ਸਮ ਪੀਪਲ ਡੂ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਹੌਬੀ, ਸਮ ਮੇਕ ਅ ਲਿਵਿੰਗ ਆਊਟ ਆਫ ਦਿਸ। ਚਲੋ ਮੈਂ ਟਾਈਮ ਜ਼ਾਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ, ਆਮ ਗੋਇੰ ਟੂ ਕਾਲ ਮਾਈ ਗੈਸਟ ਇਨ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਟਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਦਾ ਨੇਮ ਇਜ਼ ਕੈਮ ਜੋਹਲ। ਕੈਮ ਜੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ।
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਫॉर ਕਮਿੰਗ।
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਫॉर ਇਨਵਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਮੀ।
No, really nice. देखो गेस्ट बड़ी दूरों दूर आते ने, बड़ा अच्छा लगता कि दे मेक एन एफर्ट टू कम ऑन टू माई शो। एक गल हैगी है, बेशक उन्होंने उन्होंने एरिया च जान पहचान सी। अज शो तो बाद सारी दुनिया कैम जोल की पहचान हो जाएगी। पीपल विल नो वर्ल्ड वाइड कि सारी एक सिखा की कुड़ी कि दिस इज वॉट द प्रोफैशन करते रहे। मैं इनकरेज करदा अपने बच्चों को, जितने भी तुम बैठे हो ना, प्लीज़ वॉच करो कि दफा तुम कहते हो कि बच्चों को टलफ कर दे तो ड्राइंग क्यों करी जाने सारा। इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट। अगर बचपन तो उन्हें ड्राइंग का शौक है ना, दे कैन एंड अप समवेयर वेरी बिग एज एन आर्टिस्ट। चलो असीं उन्हां नाल गल करदे हां। कैम जी सब तो पहले ना बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट गल हुंदा ना, मैं जो शो स्टार्ट करदा पहला यू नो टू फाइंड आउट जो तुसीं प्रोफैशन इन माई टाइम वी वर नॉट टोल्ड कैरियर एडवाइस नहीं सी हुंदी नहीं। प्यो कह दिंदे सी कि तू ना बस हुण ए बनना, तू ए बनना। बेशक मैं सब्जैक्ट लिते नहीं लिते ना, वो माँ प्यो ਨੂੰ फर्क नहीं सी पैंदा यार। पहले ਅਸੀਂ स्टार्ट करदे कि वे वर यू बोर्न एंड ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਦੱਸੋ। ਵੇਅਰ ਡਿਡ ਯੂ ਟੇਕ ਯੂਰ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ?
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਾਡਾ ਜਨਮ ਵੂਵਰਹੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ।
ਓਕੇ ਰੀਅਲੀ? ਹਾਂ
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ Coventry 'ਚ settled in Coventry, and that's where I did my schooling mainly, and ਮੈਂ ਫਿਰ ਡਿਗਰੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਮੈਥਮੈਟਿਕਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਤਾਂ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਕੋਵੈਂਟਰੀ 'ਚ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ ਹੋਈ ਸੀਗੀ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਵੈਂਟਰੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਵਾਂ। ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਜੌਬ ਲਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੰਮ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ। ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਜੌਬ ਮਿਲ ਗਈ ਸੀਗੀ GC Marconi. I was on their graduate scheme, which is a very high profile company. And being on a graduate scheme gave me the passport to get out of Coventry and go to London, which I was dreaming of at that time. So I started off as a research scientist, doing radars, the maths behind radars. And ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਸੋਚਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਮਿਲਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੰਮ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਸੀਕਰੇਟ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਮੈਂ ਸੀਕਰੇਟ ਸਾਇਨ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ। ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਮੰਮੀ ਸੋਚਦੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਿਲਟਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਕੰਫਰਟੇਬਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗੀ। ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਾਈ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਵਾਜ਼ ਇਨ ਦ ਸਿਟੀ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ। I was really good at financial mathematics, and I was really attracted to join banking, investment banking. So I realised that dream in 2001. I joined banking. First at corporate level, and then I did investment banking on large infrastructure projects such as the M6 toll road was one of mine. Everyone knows about that one.
well, you know that job which you did, high profile job agobi, and to have did you start this as a hobby कि तुसी you wanted to be a professional as an artist?
No, it was never encouraged to be art classes and music classes where the scene was when I went to school were very much the sort of relaxed classes where you can have fun, you can have a bit of a doss. So I never took it seriously. I enjoyed it, but never took it seriously. Back in the day, it was being a heart surgeon was the pinnacle of parents' dreams. I did a little stint in hospital, but it just wasn't for me. Seeing all the blood was not me. So I did mathematics. My journey of arts started through going through lots of exhibitions that sort of thing. But the real start was through Seva, actually.
As a seva, huh?
Yeah, so that's where it really started, when I did, for one Christmas, I said, I'm not going back to Coventry, my home city. I'm going to do something a bit more different this year. And I worked with Crisis over their Christmas period, where homeless people come in and get food, get showered and stuff like this. So, and at the end of this 4-day shift, I went into the art centre, and what I saw blew my mind, because these homeless people are being given, are seen as very low in society at sometimes, but they're artistic. What I saw, their art was beautiful, really, really beautiful. So I thought I could never judge a homeless person again, because I couldn't paint, I couldn't do anything, but what I saw was absolutely, really opened up my eyes.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ ਕੀਤਾ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਰਟ ਹੈਗਾ, it's a very how do I say soothing job ਹੈਗਾ, because you got to be school minded, you got to be really relaxed, and you can't be like a hyper person. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ poet ਵਗੈਰਾ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, their brain runs like in the different places. They get up during the night, they start writing. ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ painting, how do you decide ਕਿ ਕਿਹੜੀ paint ਮੈਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈਗੀ, what you going to make out? How do you decide that? How does that idea come to your mind?
I paint music, so first of all,
just get up and start doing it.
I listen to the music a lot, and then I listen, repeat and repeat. Sometimes I listen to our Gurbani, I listen to Shabd as well. So it depends on whatever I'm focusing on, and so with the sounds, then it just resonates with me. And then sometimes I have got up in the middle of early in the morning, and it's just flown.
Really?
Yeah, so that's when I know. I don't know how it happens, but it just happens, it just flows, and I can paint very quickly at that point. Yeah, so...
I'll admit it's because ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਨਾ ਬੰਦੇ ਪਾਸ, I'm not going to hide it. It's the fact ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਸੀ, ਸਾਡੇ times being brought up in East Africa ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਨਮ ਹੋਇਆ, and ਉੱਥੇ there was nothing like a teacher ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ advice ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਬਣੋ, ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ advice ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ. I remember we used to have a drawing period, and I used to think, what a waste of time. ਮੈਂ drawing ਸਿੱਖ ਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ, not knowing that you can become an artist. Honestly, somewhere that the knowledge is not.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any training for art either.
A natural gifted unde na bande.
I wouldn't. I'm sure my art teachers wouldn't have said that at the time, but hegakos, it flows.
But jitna tusi kehne ho ki I don't think you need a training in the art. मैं सोचता पिया, because obviously as a general common sense, gifted होने हो तुसी, yeah, you start drawing, and जब तुसी draw कर दे, you think, hang on a minute, this is fantastic, I've done really something good.
It's true.
Then you're going to go the step up, then you feel, okay, I think I am an artist today. You feel that in your mind.
Yeah, I mean, when I paint, I was like, did I do this? I can't. Sometimes I'm like, did I actually do this? I can't believe it myself, some of the paintings I've done, because it just comes from, I think it comes through meditation, through, I'm not I wouldn't say the calmest of people, but it calms me down. My paintings are quite calming as well, so it's just, you don't have to have a formal education, I think, to pursue a passion, and the passion then become something solid. And then for me, when it started to become a bit more solid is when I was shortlisted for the Royal Academy of Arts in London. This is when every year it's a summer exhibition where many artists, very lucky artists, are invited to submit their paintings, and they come through all around the world. About 30,000 go each year. And out of the 30,000, 1,000 are chosen to go onto the wall in Piccadilly. And I was shortlisted. So at that time, the first time I put it in, I was shortlisted. Then I started to take it a bit more seriously. And because it's not a nikine.
Any encouragement from the family, friends, anything like that? Yes. My family, my brother bought me some paints, I can say. He bought me one of those paint by numbers to begin with, starting off. And yeah, they like it, but I think
the difference is when you take it from a hobby into a profession. I think that's the hard journey, to kind of get commissions. You know, everyone takes it as a hobby, but to actually then take it to the next stages, then it's a bit more, it's a harder journey. But then every journey is hard, isn't it? If you're doing something that you don't love, then that's a difficult journey as well.
Anything, maybe even if you start learn to drive, or think, oh my God, I can never do it. But once you got a license, you don't even think when you're driving. You go from A to Z, and you don't even know what route you took, and you just, your mind takes you there.
Yeah.
Chalo, assi kya karte, we're going to have some, look at some photographs, so the picture megala, they will talk about it, yeah? And the bare thoda bala dasoge, what that is?
So this is when I painted with the homeless, when I started to do a painting, and this homeless guy said to me, oh, you don't know how to paint, do you? He got a sponge and he created that rose. And this is why I'm saying, you know, people so judgmental of homeless people, but then he created this piece. The next day I said, Giovanni, he's only short idea siga, you know, and I said, can you please sign it? And he went like this, very confidently. And then I was trying to paint my name. He goes, you don't even know how to sign your name. So then from that experience, I thought I need to be bolder. I need to not think about it too much, you know. I need to get stronger like this. So I never sell this picture, and you know, I always have this. When I'm feeling any doubt about myself, then I just go back to that.
But you know, to be an artist, you've got to be really creative, because when you start drawing, it's very difficult for me to explain or understand. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ picture decide ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, when you decide to start painting it, and it comes up totally different, you go along with that, or you go from the plan from totally tela plan bana ਸੀ ਉਹਦੇ picture ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ?
It just comes to my mind because I use music.
As you paint?
Yeah, it comes to my mind. You know, when I start listening to the music, then I sort of it starts to appear. It's just a bit like this chat show. You know, it's improvised. We haven't got a big structure. We know where we're going, but you know, it's improvised. It's just like Kirtan in the Godura. It's, you know, the musicians are just playing with each other in terms of with their sound, should I say, and to create those sounds is the same. It's like when you make sabji, you just throw in the loon and the garam masala. You don't count it. You just, if you know what you're doing, then it just comes naturally. Creativity.
But one picture I was quite interested, Kafi, I want you to tell me about this one. I believe you've been picked up by the Royal Academy.
Yes, yeah. This is what I was saying. This is a picture I painted in 2016. And this is saying shortlisted 30,000 people.
30,000 people.
Out of 30,000 people, 1,000 artists are selected, and I was selected. That's when I started to take it more seriously, and I think my family were okay about it as well, because I already established myself, you know, as a professional, and you know, so. I worked.
Starting from the Royal Academy, there are 30,000 people. Now you moved on to Gurukar as well. And oh, picture basically, tell me about this one here. Kya Gurukar dehegi?
So I was invited to by the Pradhan from Bow Gurdwara to do a painting, and especially because I think there was a fire there many years ago. They lost a lot of their artwork. So. So the walls were quite bare, and I couldn't believe it when they asked, and in such a respectful way as well. So I met with the person there, and we discussed what we wanted to do, and we came independently to the same decision on which wall it was going to go on, and gave me creative freedom as well, which was nice.
But you know, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, you know, ਅਨੇਕ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਹੈਗੇ right through the England from north to south. And agar tusi sare karan lago, you wouldn't have enough time to paint for every Guru Kar de. But you know, then you walk around koi function where tusi jane ho, and you got your name, kine paint kiti, artist kela hai. Isn't that a very proud moment that tode sare passe painting lagi hoye?
Well, for me, yes, it would be. But I did this purely out of seva. I only put my name on the painting because
exactly.
I didn't say, oh, this is, you know, I never advertised it as pure seva. Obviously, you know, when we brought up as Sikhs, you do seva, you don't ask for any, you know, monetary gain, but this is not what I did it for. I did it, it's a real blessing to have done it, and you know, my family came to see it as well, and from the Midlands to see it, and it's a real honour to paint for our Gurdwara.
When do you actually, trying to figure out कि किस तरह life की हुंदी है? I know the poet वगैरह की करते ने जरे हुंदे ने. Being an artist, what's the best time? Is it when you're very happy or something you're very sad? How do you focus yourself to start painting? There must be some kind of sort of mood होनी चाहिए, कोई sadness दी या happiness दी.
Yeah.
What does help you to do a good painting?
Yeah, I think for me, I always see, there's a lot of artists who paint from a very dark place, and I can do that, and I have done that in things, but I didn't, for me, because I like to put my art out there. Some artists just keep them in there, don't want to show, don't want to. For me, I want it to go out, I want it, I don't know, it's got its own journeys, how I see it. The pieces of art is living, my soul has gone into it, and then
just very mind Chandra, when you talk about our time in the open, especially during the lockdown, we had it since for a year and a half. That's the best time to do some painting. Did you do something more creative? So people seem to be more busy in lockdown, but they're doing nothing. But this is the best time for you to be more creative and make an art out of this.
I didn't really do much with the art at that time. But just to finish off the question that you said, for me, when I'm painting, the process is that I try and paint from my higher self. So it's, again, even though it may not be for the Gurdwara, I try and paint so I'm connected to it emotionally, but from my best side. So I try not to make dark paintings because I like to have them as meditation. The painting that I did for the Gurdwara, I did it to Shabad, I did it to classical Shabad as well. So because it's painting to music, it's already from a higher energy. So I just connect to the higher energy of music, and then my paintings are quite soothing and quite relaxing and quite meditative as well, just like Shabad are, So that's how I paint. That's the process.
We got some more about the Guru Ka, to paint ki I think we'll show them as well and talk this one. I think you seem to be awarded for something you've done.
Yes, you know what that is. It's I'm just getting. I'm bigger than the Royal Academy is getting rewarded from the Gurdwara. For me, that was more of a blessing.
That's nice, isn't it?
That was, for me, I felt. Royal Academy, yes, in the Western world, it's a great stamp, but this, how they gave me this, it was a lot more meaningful for me. It's more of a, say, this is carry on going this way. It was a sign for me to go, and they did it very, very nicely. I said, well, let's just do it, my family are here. No, you can't do it like this. It has to be, and so they invited me back Guru Arjan Dev's birthday, which was nice. My first nephew is called Arjan as well, so doubly nice. And then that's when they gave me the sarupa, with the fruits very nicely, very respectfully as well. So
what's your future now, Suchi? Because Suchi at the moment seva karde pe ho, has it hit you? Okay, you can go big time, full time into the artist and make a. Tonight after the show, a lot of people are going to know that Johal is an artist in London, and bada mera important kyun na main the guest like na something you do, a lot of people don't come to know. It's not kaise advertise karde hain ki main talking big thing about it. बहुत important गल हुंदी है बच्चों ਨੂੰ एडवाइस करनी मैं अपने ब्रिटिश फोर्सेस तो लेके आना अपनी आर्मी दे लेके आना मैट पुलिस दे लेके ऐसे few weeks गए ने नेवी दे रॉयल एयर फोर्स दे MP's lodge वगैरह basically when you sitting home थोड़े बच्चे बैठ के देखें if they want to pick that profession up and they can call us and talk to the guests जेरे कोल बैठे ने तो उन्हें एडवाइस कर सकते ने आर्टिस्ट के अंदर दी चीज़ है कि it's not very known or common in a family ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ because ਸਾਡੇ parents ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ because myself I didn't know कि you can make your living out of this और अगर living नहीं करनी ਤੁਸੀਂ as a hobby रख सकते हो. It's so soothing, so perfect. You could never get bored with this, can you?
No, I think, I think our Sikh community had been on a different journey. I don't think we could have done it. I think it's flourishing now, the farmers' protests. We've seen so many artists, musicians, and as Punjabi people, you know, we're colourful people. We've got big hearts. We've got big emotions, even bigger emotions, you know, and that emotion sometimes needs to come out. This is not good for your soul, and sometimes it has to come out through cooking, through music, through art, through sports. And you know, I think that now we established ourselves in this country and we're now respected, then we can actually now go into the arts. The banker hunde are, you know, the bankers, when they go to dinner parties, they talk about arts, they talk about artists. When the artists go to the dinner parties, they talk about finances.
Finances, of
so
course.
it's kind of like it's push things, sort of things. And I think our community needs to first of all start to respecting artists and encouraging our children.
That's why here.
To
message let's have a look at the last picture.
Yeah.
And artist to see about it also, because that's quite important. Well, they were all important anyway. Tell me more about it. Why this is so.
So this is a really interesting one, and this is on my own journey. And you know, we have loads of WhatsApp groups, and I'm on the farmers' protests here, a WhatsApp group, and somebody said, "Oh, sent the song Teri Mitti from the film Kesri." I hadn't watched the film, but I thought this is a really nice song, not knowing what it was about or anything like this. But I really connected to that song, and I painted, and this is what came out, and this I found out afterwards that this is about our 21 Sikh soldiers. Kesari from the film is about the 21 Sikh soldiers that gave up their life to make sure that they could fight the Pashtuns in Afghanistan. This is 125 years ago, and this discovery came through my artwork. And really interesting is that on 12th of September this year, we mark 125 years of our 21 Sikh soldiers giving up their lives to protect India. We just had Independence Day. What was it, yesterday? Was it yesterday, Independence Day? And you know, where would we be now had we didn't give up our lives, you know, our Sikh soldiers give up their lives?
I'm sorry to interrupt time very fast, Chanda. We need to respect that, because, you know, it's counted by seconds. Only got like 2.5 minutes. You got a minute to say.
Sure.
Look at the camera. What advice would you like to give to the viewers worldwide?
Oh, that's a lot of pressure, but I'll give it a go. I think you have to dream big, and you have to engage with the arts, and you don't know where that's going to come. And now, as we're settled, I think we've got a voice not just through swords, but through the arts as well. Short one,
short and sweet. Anyway, what else you like to say? If something I missed out, there's something you could about 30 seconds to say something you want to carry on, finish it off.
Well, just thank you. I just want to say thank you for giving me this space.
My pleasure.
And you know, please bring on more artists. I'm sure there's many women like me that have would like to pursue this field. And I would say to the parents to encourage them, because you just don't know where it's going to go. And a lot of people, maybe not in our Punjabi community, but externally, a lot of people love artists, you know, and very, very much respect them as well. So please continue.
Cam, thank you so much. Really appreciate. I think, you know, because my different guests like in a different profession, they which, you know, this is something I didn't want to miss out, because it's very important being an artist. It's very soothing, very time consuming. You can be never bored. You can make a profession, can make a living out of this, or make a hobby out of this. Amit rakhda tunu acha lagega. Cam in there, I think we should say goodbye, and I really appreciate you coming into the show, and we hope to look forward in the future time to meet you again, and wish you the best success in your future. ऐसे तरह अकाल चैनल को सपोर्ट करते रहो. नेक्स्ट वीक सेम टाइम फिर तुम मुलाकात होगी. तब तक रब रखा. वाहिगुरू का खालसा, वाहिगुरू की फतेह.